wanted the best, but it turned out as usual. That means that you wanted to do something good, but did some shit like you usually do. So I think that's obvious and that's quite funny. I don't know, do you have also, please tell me if I tell some things, tell me, do you have something similar in the English language? The second one is because I don't know, is it typical thing for Russia or no to have such a kind of saying? The second one is if you are afraid of wolves, don't go to the forest. Well, that's also, I guess you can suppose, if you are afraid of something, don't do this until you feel confident. Also, there is a not very polite variant. That means they say don't walk in the forest if you are afraid of wolves. So they did the same actually. The next one is War from Mind. That was the name of the classical Russian book, which was quite famous, and we usually have in school literature program. So War from Mind means that smart people are usually not so happy as stupid. So it's easier to be happy when you are stupid, because when you are smart, you understand many unpleasant things in your life, and you think a lot, you reflect a lot about all this stuff. So and that's all makes you unhappy. So in some ways, it's better to be stupid to be happy. The next one is if you don't work, you won't catch the fish from the pond. That's obvious. So if you want to get the result, you need to work. I know that in English you have something like no pain, no gain. So I think that's the synonym to this. The next one I love very much. This is happiness loves quietness. So that's about if you are happy, you usually keep silence about it. So usually that's most typical for nowadays for social media or social networks. So for Instagram and all this stuff, to show your happy and rich life, to show your happy relationships and everything like this. And this saying is about that if you're really happy, you just live your life and don't try to show it to everyone. And that's quite a usual thing, that when people try to show very hard they are, for example, happy and perfect relationships, usually they are not so happy actually, and soon they break up. So I think that I can agree with that. The next one I also love, that is morning is wiser than evening. That means that it's better to make decisions with a fresh head in the morning after you slept and you are not so tired and all that stuff. I try to do this like that, and in my experience I can say that it's true. All these decisions which I made when I just came up with the idea in the evening, they were not really good. So I usually try to give me the time to think about it, to oversleep with it, and maybe in the morning I won't even find it so good. So I agree with this saying completely. The next one is also good. It is water greens the stone. So if you are very hardworking, stubborn in a good way, I mean, and again you work hard, your work can I don't know, break the mountain or something like this. So I think that's a good saying, very inspiring. Next one is a bit funny. The bad dancer has got 2 left legs. That means that if the person is bad qualified in something, he is a bad worker, he blames everyone except himself. So that's about not just bad worker, but about that kind of people who blames everyone his bad work always finds some reasons, but never said that the problem just in me and my bad work. Next one is one of my favorite. It is the beauty is in the eyes of the observer. So I think that's obvious. It's about that love and our attitude to person gives him the beauty for us. So the beauty is something really objective, and if the person is good and our relationships with them is good, then we find him or them attractive and nice. So that's something like this. Also, the similar we have, they meet the person according to his clothes, but they say him goodbye according to his mind. So it's about the first impression and the impression after meeting with the person. And the last one is very Russian. It is if it works, don't touch it. So that's very typical. So if it works somehow, it's not important how. Just don't touch it, just don't do anything. It doesn't matter if the bicycle has got square wheels. It can you can drive it. Okay, don't touch it. Or just in a good way also, that if something is okay, just don't do anything with that. Again, you can say it about your appearance or about your health. For example, some people, mostly women, they try to make their appearance better and better and better, make some operations or something like this. I think that's we can say about that. So it's everything is okay. You don't have some medical reasons, so don't touch it. It's okay. Or about health, I mean, if you are some kind of hypochondriac, so you think a lot about your health, take a lot of pills and all that stuff. If you are actually okay, then okay, don't do this. But you can think about your health in a good way, of course. We don't talk about this. We talk about some overdoing when you don't actually need it. So there were the most popular Russian sayings which I know, which I meet in my life. So that will be interesting to read your variants of these sayings in your language. Спасибо за просмотр и